Welcome everyone to another excellent game between DBD's Papa Palpatine as the warm-blooded High Elves going up against the cold-blooded Lizardmen with the Son of the Mountains, Dr. Jellyfish. Now we're going to be playing on the Central Chaos Wastes with two very different build setups. So a little bit sneaky, we are going to have some of those chameleon stalkers over on the left-hand side. They do come with that stalk ability, so they can get around the back and cause a bit of havoc. So on the front line, 3 units of the Silvering Guard coming here with the added armor and better melee stats. They're also going to have that magical resistance as well, coming at 30%, just making them rather tanky here up against all those tricky spells. In the middle, we are going to have 3 units of the cheaper Spearmen, which are going to be backing up 3 units of the Archers. We're also going to be having the Lion Chariots of Chase. These bad boys are rather tanky, 80 armor, plus also coming here with the missile resistance, making them rather tanky to all that chameleon fire. In the backside, 2 units of the Illyrian Reavers and also 1 of the Dragon Princes. Incredibly tanky at 110 armor, as well as those bronze shields and charge bonus and melee stats, making them very powerful in combat as well. We're also going to be having mass fire resistance alongside physical resistance, making these boys an absolute nuisance to deal with. In the middle, we are going to have the hero of the Mage of Metal. She's going to be on foot, so can be sniped here, so we've got to be a little bit careful. She will bring the Book of Hoeth, as well as the spells of the Final Transmutation and the Plague of Rust. For the Lord Choice, we're going big and bold here with Imrik, the Dragon Prince. Now, he's going to be, unfortunately, not on a dragon, but he will be on horseback with that absolutely gangster lance. That thing is terrifying to look at, but he's going to be having the Dragon Horn as well as the Lord of the Dragons. An amazing melee combatant and something that can really challenge up against some of the huge legendary lords here from the Lizardmen. So starting from the front, we are going to have 2 units of the Chameleon Skinks, backed up here by Skink cohorts, some with javelins, some without, and in the backside we are going to come with the main cavalry. So Cobalt Riders bringing the armor piercing here to the battlefield. They are going to have good boys on the top. The Saurus are ready. They're also going to keep them in check, and when we do get the rampage, they're actually going to get the primal instincts. If they don't have the riders on top, they can rampage with no bonuses. In the middle, we are going to have the very, very powerful cohorts of Sotek. The red-crested skinks here, they do have the fantastic ability of Refuse to Die, plus the Unbreakable with Frenzy. So because they are Unbreakable, Frenzy is just throughout, giving all those amazing melee stats. For the Lord Choice, we are going to have Lord Mazdamundi on the leader of the Lizardmen. We are going to have Zlaaq here, ready to go, here with the Ruination of Cities, Banishment, as well as the Shield of the Old Ones, the spells of Apotheosis and the Net of Amatok, abilities of Cold-Blooded, the Sunburst Standard of Exotl, and the Greater Arcane Conduit. Over on the right-hand side, the very powerful Basilodon Arca Sotek, really, really good at removing all that cheap and cheerful chaff. Over here on the right-hand side as well, we are going to have the Feral Stegodon. The big bad boy is going to be waiting to get in alongside Zlaaq with a bit of protection here. You know, 3 big single entities that can cause terror. Can be a bit of a nightmare here for the faction of the High Elves. So get a bit of a skip on. I really like this coming over on the right-hand side. We are going to get some very good vanguarding Illyrian Reavers. They're going to be charging downtown trying to come after the Chameleon Skins, but they're going to be poking, they're going to be stroking, and they're going to be slowing down these Reavers. They're going to go down to 77 speed, and we could have a counter charge here with some of the tanky Saurus warriors. Coming here with the shields is going to be rather nice as well. 2 units in the pocket. They can certainly charge forward here and take a bit of a tank up against the Illyrian Reaver Archer Fire. So we're going to charge forward here with the Dragon Princes, coming with the cohort of Imrik. So they can have this nice squadron that can move through the battlefield, maybe get in the back here and start compromising some of those big targets. Good stock charging in the front with a bit of arrow fire over the top. The Chameleon Skink cohorts have been taken down rather quickly, and now we're going to charge them through the Illyrian Reavers just to finish off that cohort. In the middle, the Javelins have been pushed forward. No Javelin fire so far in the front, but the Silvering Guard are now going to get the Dragon Horn ability. That's going to be map wide, but can only be used 3 times here from Imrik. But that plus 24 melee attack is really, really huge and can cause fear as well, which is quite nice at taking down some of the leadership here of the Lizardmen. In the middle, the Unbreakable boys here, the cohort of Sotek, using those battle axes and all those big maces to the best of their abilities as they slash through here up against the Silvering Guard. We do have Mazdamundi with mass fire here of the Skink cohort Javelins coming over the top, trying to take down the elite Spearmen. Now we do see the Lion Chariots to Chase, great armor piercing values as they push through. Maybe seeing a net here. Net of Amatok goes down on the Lion Chariots. That could be a bit of a mistake here in the pocket. Mazdamundi with that mass weapon strength here on top of Zlaaq could really take down a couple of models rather quickly. In the backside of Ruination of City going through the Archers, doing some very, very good damage. And we do see here the tricky cohort of Sotek are going to be charging through the back here, trying to compromise those Archers. we do actually have the Major Metal moving through here with the Chameleon Stalkers. It looks like the ammunition was used there in the backside. We do actually see archers getting pushed off here. They have shattered, and we do see some spearmen trying to rotate around to protect up against their backline archers. In the middle, we are going to see a shield of the old ones getting that good protection in the middle. It's going to be getting that 20% damage resistance there for all units in that area. In the backside, spearmen going to be fighting here up against Saurus Warriors. Not looking too good there for them. Silver Guard will hold quite nicely, but of course they're going to be backed up by the Feral Stegodon. And the big Sheila here, she's going to be pushing through, doing all the good damage where she can. And in the middle, it's going to be a bit of a duel of the ages. Mazdamundi and Zlaaq here going up against Imrik. We are going to get apotheosis for the big Chungus as he fights here up against Imrik, and this man is known for melee combat. We do get a Lord of the Dragons buff and maybe a bit of a debuff here on Lord Mazdamundi. We could snipe the big Chungus. So final transportation is going to be catching the Sheila and also Mazdamundi, as well as quite a few elements in the middle. It looks like the Saurus Warriors are going to be taking quite a bit of damage. That's going to be Overcast as well for a shag ton of damage. That's going to be shredding through the Lizardmen force. In the backside, we do see Chameleon Stalker starting to compromise the Lord choice. It's not looking too good here in the middle. She doesn't really have much armor coming in at 15. She's going to get taken down rather quickly. There's a lot of those Stalkers in the middle. We do actually see Spearmen and extra Spearmen charging through. Looks like a couple of missiles here coming off the top of the Bastillodon Archosote. Love to see him moving into the middle. We can see quite a few units coming around here on the hero. So definitely get the Archosote ability getting on top of all those units. In the middle, we are going to see maybe here a spell. What we're going to be having in the backside. So it is going to be a banishment coming here from Mazdamundi, coming over the top of the Silvering Guard. Not going to do too much damage. They do have 30% magic resistance. The Dragon Horn has been activated here, giving that plus 24 melee attack, which you can actually do some good slapping here on Mazdamundi. The Lord of the Dragons also negative melee attack, negative melee defense, bringing him to 0 melee attack. This is where you've got to bring him out. Oh my god, we're also going to get a Plague of Rust here. The absolute kitchen sink getting thrown at Lord Mazdamundi as we charge forward here with the dragons. We are actually going to get the ability of the Shield of the Old Ones, trying to protect Mazdamundi as much as possible, but he is getting his bread well and truly buttered here in the middle. We do see that the Feral Stealer is trying to get in and save Mazdamundi, but I don't know if it's going to happen. We could be seeing Lord Master here going down rather quickly, and looks like he is going to break. We do actually have the double Bastillodons. They could hold back here the big man himself. And we do see Imrik trying to fight here, maybe with the mobility, could get in the backside. What is this going to be? Net of Amatok, very good stuff. That's going to pin him in place and allow Mazdamundi to get away. Now, what do we have to stop here up against the Dragon Princes? We're going to see Mazdamundi, that armor has now been returned to normal. He's going to be putting through some of his Chameleon Skinks. Good stuff there. And so they're going to create a nice blockade, preventing the Dragon Princes from coming through. A couple of the Javelins coming over the top, poisoning up against the Princes. Of course, they have quite a high armor class, so their mobility is going to be rather moderate. In the backside, we do see the Maid of Metal. No idea how she's still on the battlefield. Only 350 health to her name. But we do see in the backside here some of the chariots chasing off expertly here up against some of those Chameleon Skinks. We do actually have the Cohort Sotek somehow here on the battlefield fighting up against the Elite Reavers. It looks like they're actually going to take the Dubsky here, coming up against the big boys in the back. And they're actually going to be pushing them off the edge of the map. Nice stuff there coming out of some of the mountains, Dr. Jellyfish. In the middle of those, like Papa P is going to be fighting here in the middle up against the Bastillodon Archosote. The Cold-Blooded has been activated. Plague of Rust on top as well. Really good stuff. 140 armor there for the Bastillodons. These boys are rather tanky. We do see the Cold Ones coming through. Not looking too healthy, but the butter bread here of a few of the Spearmen if given the choice. Now, we do see the Skink Cohort Javelins fighting in hand-to-hand up against those Spearmen. A bit of kiting here for the Chameleon Skinks, as going to be just a small cohort now. And we see the return of the Chungus. Lord Mazdamundi is going to be charging forward 1,400 HP here to his name. And we do see here Cold-Blooded giving that 16 leadership up against the Bastillodon Archosote. Apotheosis activated there for Lord Mazda. Also going to get a Shield of the Old Ones as we fight here up against Imrik. Now, if this is me, we've got the mobility. There's no way we need to be taking this engagement. Now, we do break down the Bastillodon. We could maybe finish off the Cold One Riders, but I definitely like to see myself rotating out of this scenario and probably not fighting against Mazda. And maybe we actually have some buffs or maybe some debuffs in the back pocket here for Imrik. He's actually going to be using the Dragon Horn, so it looks like we are actually going to be backing ourselves to get the win here up against Mazdamundi. He's going to turn and burn here up against some of the Spearmen. Quite nice animation to get through the Spearmen, but it looks like, unfortunately, going to be taking his attention off of Imrik. It looks like he does turn. He does burn, and Imrik bites the dust here. The legendary King of the Dragons unfortunately falls here, and unfortunately the Spearmen are going to be without a lord. That's going to be negative 16 leadership here on the battlefield, plus that terror going off from the big Chungus. So in the backside here, we are going to be breaking the Dragon Princes. Nice enough. No immune to psychology there for them either, so it's not looking too good here for the elite cavalry units. Now we do see here the Lion Chariots. They're going to be pushing through, trying to cycle through and maybe get some of that good armor piercing up against the big chunky boy. But it looks like here Sheila, she has a different idea. She's going to be pulling through that charge bonus pretty much all the time, giving her good leadership bonuses as they fight up against the Spearmen. Lion Chariots don't really have a place to call home. Probably want to get on the outside, maybe compromise some of the Chameleon Skinks. They're very good there, of course, with that missile resistance and mass armor. Going to be very good at charging down. Cohort Sotek still alive, 16 models going up against these Spearmen. Good AP values here from the Cohort. A couple of missiles coming on the top. Looks like a lot of them actually going to be hitting the Cohort, which is quite interesting. But of course, they're going to be shooting the backside of the Spearmen. Those silver shields not going to be helping here in that engagement, and also going to be reducing that leadership. Now we do see more Spearmen coming here to the middle. We do actually see Mazdamundi at 1,300 HP. Bit of healing as well going off the Apotheosis. Good stuff here coming from Son of the Mouths of Dr. Jellyfish. Really good there on his battlefield awareness. Now we do see Cold-Blooded activated here for the Bastiladon. Giving that plus 16 leadership is rather handy. And just making sure they don't rampage, keeping them nice on the battlefield. And basically fighting rather strong. We do see wavering across the battlefield. That is going to be army losses. GG's and well played to the Lizardmen and Son of the Mountains, Dr. Jellyfish. Really, really cool build here coming in from DBD Papa Palpatine. Big Papa P is known for bringing some awesome builds. 2,900 for Imrik, 660 for the Mage of Metal, 570, 480, 160, and 560 there for the Spearmen. So pretty good overall. The Spearmen actually, relatively paying for themselves. 410, 470, and 744. With the Silver Guard probably not coming in at where you would expect. Now we do see 77, 360, and also 275 there for the Archers. I think perhaps the idea behind the triple Archers was maybe, an overcast, Plague of Rust there, and also get the Archers in, good Archer fire up against some of the big targets. Now we do see 39 and 650 there for the Reavers. Probably would have saved those to a little bit of a later game. A bit of clear up here, and certainly some compromising of the Chameleon Skinks. Maybe when they got into maybe a not so great position. Now we do see 174 kills, 1,600 for the Lion Chariots to chase. Don't really say much about these. These bad boys are very strong indeed. 122 kills, 2,026 for the Dragon Princes. So the bad boys in the back certainly doing some very good work. I do wonder maybe, Libri was very good at just clearing up in the backside, but one unit obviously bit the dust there rather quickly. But still some good clear up stuff. I really like this build. Very fun here from Papa P. So 152 kills, 2,700 from Lord Mazdamundi. Really, really good stuff there from Papa P. Really trying to snipe him with the Lord of the Dragons. Also the Dragon Horn coming in, giving all those buffs there faction-wide is really fun as well. 13 for the Skink Cohort, with 1,050 there for the Chameleon Stalkers. 320, 650 for the Double Saurus Warriors with shields, and 990 coming in for the Cohort of Sotek. The Red-Crested Skinks really living up to their name. 150 and 300 for the Skink Cohort Javelins, 600 and 680 for the Chameleon Skinks, as you would expect, with also the Coldman Runners coming in at 650 and 280. 1,400 for the Bastiladon Ark of Sotek, and 1,050 there for Sheila, the Feral Stegodon, and, looking rather good here with the big triple Chungus. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please smash that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Would you like to see some more Warhammer 2 videos? Do let me know. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon.